Another Indiegogo hitting this week, Mary Sue by George Alexopoulos. Here's the extras. Got a nice little bookmark, one-sided bookmark, and a nice card. This is a really nice card. He even included a sleeve in it. It's not like a lot of cards that have specs and stats on the back, but it is a nice excerpt from the book. It's one of the panels, one of the cooler panels in the book pulled out. This panel happens late in the second issue. We have issue 1 and issue 2. So this book is about this kind of goofy young lady who is apparently on vacation on a cruise with her crazy mad scientist foster parent, and they run into some trouble. So first thing you'll notice, well, on that page you'll notice a number of things. First thing you'll notice, this first page, is the painting, especially the backgrounds, kind of the watercolor look is just absolutely beautiful. The art and the story were done by George Alexopoulos, and nothing to complain about there. It does get a bit goofy, as you can see. It's very much a manga-inspired story, so you'll see a lot of the manga type facial expressions and things that you would see in manga or anime. And honestly, I don't read a lot of manga or anime, but it doesn't bother me. Well, I don't read manga or watch anime. I used to, but it's been a while. But, you know, this is enjoyable enough. It's kind of fun and cute and whatnot. The first book is more about Mary Sue meeting up with a guy that she has a crush on and going to the ball and this, that, and the other. And then the second book has a little more action in it, and kind of about Mary Sue taking care of business. Now, the artwork is fun, the story's fun. My biggest complaint or concern is, here you go. You can see that's the card that I got right there. Is the first book, virtually nothing happens. The majority of the book is just kind of, I guess, supposed to enamor you with Mary Sue, which it does, but she's just kind of goofy, almost to the point of annoyance, which she's supposed to be to the other characters in the book. I don't know if she's supposed to be to the readers, but she was. And despite the beautiful artwork, it kind of, I mean, I guess it carries it, but the story was a bit disappointing. They start talking about, let's see, when she shows up here in her suit of armor, and they start talking about, oh, she's a mercenary. But to my recollection, there is no mention anywhere prior to that what a mercenary is. There's no mention as to why she has this suit, the purpose of the suit, what she's doing on this ship other than, I guess, being on vacation. And I don't know, it just kind of left me a little wanting because I didn't know any of the context. And I assume that the intent is to kind of reveal things as the story goes along. But generally when you do that, you have to have clues and story points that lead the reader's curiosity to want to find out those things. And I found that some of those things were just missing here within this book. The second book is better, but it's pretty much all action. It kind of feels like these two should have been maybe one giant-sized book or one like a book and a half, and then it would have made a little more sense rather than splitting them up. And some of the exposition in the first book maybe could be condensed or eliminated to make room for all this action. And the action is cool once the action kicks in. But again, there's just not a lot to lead you to the next thing, to the next page. So this would be something that if I were seeing it in a comic book store, I might pick it up, but I wouldn't add it to my pull list. I'm on the fence as to whether I'll get the third issue. I guess it'll depend on how it's marketed and what it looks like it's going to be. But again, beautiful books. Stories a little wanting. And it was delivered, well, it wasn't delivered right on time, but it was delivered within a couple of weeks of the due date on Indiegogo. So you got to give Alexopoulos props for that. And it's obvious, I don't want to drag this down, it's obvious a lot of sweat and love went into putting this together. It's just a matter of, I think, refining some of the storytelling that's required to put together a good, coherent story for your reader. But if you like manga and you like cute girls in cool robot suits, this is for you. So for this one, I'm going to give it a 75 cents out of the dollar.